Hey, Stop Doing Nothing Nation. This is Patrick Allman coming to you weekly live. For those of you that are regulars, you know what I'm doing. You know what I'm talking about. And for those of you that are not, hey, welcome to the first one. I'm going to give it a couple seconds. Do me a favor, if you've watched a video in the past and you've really enjoyed the content I shared, tag a friend in the comments right now or share the video. Help me spread the messages and get people to watch some of the previous videos I did, because I've gotten some really good comments on those, and I'm getting feedback and ideas from other people as to what to talk about to help make your life better. And today it's going to be a lot about risk and stuff. But before that, I want to talk to you about a couple of meta things. First of all, you're going to notice I've had some questions recently about the making of the video and the background and things like that, and I want to address those first. But like I said, tag someone below, share the video. Let's spread the message that, you know, life comes from getting off your butt and getting things done and taking risks. It's going to be our primary topic today. Two things before I really get into the meat of the video that I wanted to talk to you about today. First one is there are two questions I've had in the past. First one, people are always asking, Patrick, why do you film outside? I know you have a video studio, and I know you have a green screen, I know you have the lighting and all that stuff. Why do you do most of the Stop Doing Nothing videos outside? And I'll tell you why. Most of the days when it's good weather, I'll come out here into my backyard, and those that know me personally know exactly where I am, and I'll set up and I'll do it outside. I'll figure out where the light is. Right now the sun is right over there, so I'll get it all set up to the lighting out here. But the main reason for that is a lot of times with meetings and client work and hopping around and traveling, whatever, I'm inside all the time. I'm at a desk, I'm at a computer, you can hear the damn dog over there. I'm all that stuff in all the time, and sometimes the change of environment and the outside energy and the sunlight, things like that, wake me up and make me more bright and make my imagination go and make my thoughts go, and make it so I can get ideas out to you better. So the change of environment is one of the main reasons I do it outside. Also, natural lighting works a lot better, but also I just enjoy it. I mean, the fresh air. For those of you that are desk jockeys like I can be sometimes, you know that just sometimes getting outside in the sun and experiencing the energy can just change your whole attitude. And right now I can tell you, with the sun on my face, and I'm wearing some dark pants, and I'm warming up a little bit. I've got my celebrity t-shirt on from Infusionsoft. This whole environment right now gets me excited. It's not the caffeine or the sugar I take in, it's the environment that gets me excited about talking to you about things. Another question I had was, people have been complaining about the shaky video. Like sometimes you'll see me like hold up the camera the entire time with my arm. And the reason for that is because I was too lazy to get out my tripod. So if you notice today's video, goodness gracious, it's actually stable. Patrick's bicep is not responsible for shaking and holding the camera. And that is because I actually set this up on a tripod for you. So for those of you that complained about the video being shaky in the past, I apologize. I'll try to remember to get the tripod set up. I got a little special holder for my cell phone to get that going. Today's video is going to be talking about the risk that you take in life and whether or not they are worth the reward, and whether or not the kind of life that you want to live, if you're going to be able to accomplish it without taking the risks that you need to take. For the first 30 some odd years of my life or so, 25, 30 some odd years of my life, I was a regular 9-to-5 desk jockey, and I had a great W-2 job, assured security, insurance, all those things that you get. And for some wild reason, I decided one day that I did not want to do that anymore. And this is going to be an example of a risk in your job, but I'm going to talk about some other risks in the world also. I ventured out and did something very scary, and that was in about end of 1998 or so, as I ventured out and I started my own business. And it was, as you know, starting being an entrepreneur is a risky thing. And I'm not going to go into all the ups and downs I've had over the years. I've covered those in past videos. But what I want to talk to you about is the fact that my ups and downs have been higher because of the risks. I've lived more, I've traveled more places, I've experienced more things, I've gotten out more because of the risks I took. I've grown more as an individual, I've gotten to see more people, I've gotten to travel more places because of the risks I took. And one of the main reasons I talk to you about Stop Doing Nothing is because I have this fear in life of you and I missing out on amazing experiences of love, life, and laughter and travel because we're so afraid of those damn risks. You know, venturing out on your own, I'm going to tell you right now, is not for the faint of heart. At least, again, on the business side is what I'm talking about. Starting your own business, being responsible for your own payroll, paying your own taxes, having to go get a business bank account and do a S Corp and all those things are scary. I can remember particularly in 1998 when I was in a hotel room visiting one of my first clients in the Sacramento area. I can remember the closest I've ever had to having a panic attack. I was in my hotel room on the bed and I was laying there, and I hadn't quit my previous job yet, but I was interviewing for my first client job before I quit my previous job. And I can remember laying there in my hotel room and getting the shakes and shivers and second guessing and doubting myself. But you know what? I wouldn't change it for the world. There have been some ups, there have been some downs. But there have been some amazing things. I've gotten to travel overseas. I've gotten to eat in amazing places. I've gotten to have amazing drinks. I've gone to Vegas and New York, Times Square, and all these other places because of that initial step off the ledge I took, because of that initial risk I took. And whether you're the person that's considering something physically as a risk, or in a relationship as a risk, or as a job as a risk, the amazing things happen when you put yourself out there and you get outside the normal, your comfort zone. When you get outside of that and you do those risky things, you're going to find out that yeah, you're going to have some lows. You're going to have some crappy times. There have been times when I've been running my business and I've had to get into some city at 2 o'clock in the morning and rent a car and drive in the ice and snow and freeze my toes off. And don't even let me tell you the story about the time I had to go out in the ice and snow and shoot off my first invoice because I didn't know what an invoice was. You know, I've frozen my butt off, but at the same time, I've also gotten to experience amazing things. And that's what I want you to take away. And that's what I want you to think about. If you're the kind of person who wants to do amazing things in your life, be it with your love life, be it with your body physically, be it with traveling, be it with all these different things, it's going to be very hard for you to do those things by doing the things you do every single day and in your same routine. The world, the life, the planet that we are on, and the people around us do not provide for our dreams. You cannot sit there at a 9-to-5 job or physically on the couch. You cannot sit there and expect someone to deliver things to you. People I know oftentimes sit around, they expect things to be delivered to them. This is going to happen. My dreams are just going to happen. I'll sit here someday and my dreams will just automatically dump in my lap. I'm not going to do anything about it. They'll just appear. My travel that I want to do will just appear. The relationship I want to do will just appear if I just sit here and wait for it. And it doesn't work like that. Nothing is dumped in your lap in this life. You have to go out and grab it. You know, I don't want to be tacky and say grab it by the balls, but sometimes that's what it takes. You have to do that thing where you go out and you grab it and you take it. And you'll notice when you do that, you're going to have friends. I've noticed you're going to have friends that are going to mock you and are going to tell you that you're doing stupid things. And I can tell you that when I went to start in my business in 1998, there were people that pulled me aside at the time, and they said, Patrick, are you sure you want to do this? This is a risky thing. Most businesses fail. They didn't say it publicly. They were nice about it. They were calm about it. But they took me aside and they said, Patrick, this is scary. I mean, you know what? Why don't you do what I do? Why don't you stay where I've been? I've been at this job for 20 years. I've never changed. I'm going to be here another 30 years. And there's no risk to it. You can come in every single day. You can get sick and you can always have a job. You don't have to worry about it. I had those conversations with people in the mid to end of 1998 when I was leaving. It's people that were used to that safe environment, and they thought that I should be used to that safe environment, and that's the way to go through life is to live and breathe in that safeness. And I can tell you, because I took that leap, that very scary leap, that again, I've gotten to do some amazing things as a result of it. So if you're the kind of person, again, that's sitting there that's wondering, you know, is this relationship worth it? Is this life worth it? Is you know, something I want to do physically? Do I want to run a marathon? You know, I might hurt myself. I might twist my ankle. I might, you know, twist my knee. I might break a ligament. But you know what? At the end or in the middle of those things, when you get to the middle and towards the end of your life, you are going to regret not taking those risks. Risks are scary. I'm going to be plain and simple with you right now. Risks are scary. Every single day, for example, when you are an entrepreneur and you wake up, you have to hustle. You have to go out there and shake your tree to make your money. You can't just sit here. I can't just wake up in the morning, you know, go get my cup of coffee and just wait for the phone to ring. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen that way in business. It doesn't happen that way in relationships. It doesn't happen that way with your physical desires and things you want to do in the world. No one, if you want to travel to Spain or to France, no one's going to show up one day and just give you a ticket. Here's a free ticket. Go to France. Not going to happen. You're going to have to risk things. So you have to get comfortable with risk. You have to be willing to understand that living on the edge and living in the risk is where the joys are. It's where the highs and the lows are. And I think you and I and most of the people around us that are kind of locked in our routines would rather experience that risk and get out and do amazing things than be in the same job 10, 20, 30 years from now, or be in the same relationship 10, 20, 30 years from now. Go find that thing that excites you, that's risky, that's dangerous, and do it. And once you've done that, go find something else that's dangerous and risky and unsafe and do that. And keep doing that. And you'll notice that's after a while you get used to that. You get used to that adrenaline. You get used to that smile on your face. You get used to that happiness of the risks that you take. And eventually what will happen is you'll want to experience that happiness all the time. You want to experience being the risky people that you're around. You'll want to experience that all the time. You go and find those things that put a smile on your face, that warm your heart, and you get addicted to it. You get addicted to risk. You get addicted to the joy that comes from risk, and you just get so happy as a result of it. And it's like a drug. I don't need meth. I don't need crack. I don't need marijuana because oftentimes I'm addicted to the risk and the joy and the happiness that comes from risk. So again, my entire message for you right now, and hopefully, like I said, you'll like, love, share, spread this, do whatever you do on social media to help me get my message out, is that the risks you're going to take in life are what's going to make things worth life living. Life is not meant to live boring and dull. Whoops, got a battery pop up right there. So take that message away from me today. Thanks as always for watching. Leave your comments below, and if you don't want to leave them publicly, private message me a question or something you want me to cover about life or business on a future video, and I'll cover it probably next Thursday. Tend to do these Thursday afternoon, Oklahoma City time, but a lot of my ideas come from you. I tell people this all the time. People have said, Patrick, where'd you get such a great idea? I got a great idea because you right there in the camera, you watched and you said, hey, I have a question about this. Patrick, how would I do this? How would I start this? How would I take this particular kind of risk? Or what do I do if I'm scared shitless and I want to do this thing? You send me those questions. I will cogitate them around in my brain and I will answer them for you. And I will deliver an answer that may not be 100% the answer you want to hear, but it's going to be a real answer from my life, and it's going to be something that's going to hopefully kick you in the butt and help you make progress towards living a stop doing nothing lifestyle, because that's all I want for all of us. It's all I want for you. That's all I want for me, is I want us to live that stop doing nothing lifestyle. As always, my friends, thank you for watching. Glad the video was a little bit more stable this time. As you can see, it's pretty good sunlight here in Oklahoma City, so I'm squinting pretty well. Like, share, comment below, and I love every single one of you, and I appreciate the time you took to watch today. Love you. Take care.